Thank you, Madam President. I'll be brief, but those of us who voted no the first go-around, this is one of the reasons we talked about. The legislature doesn't control the fee. It's an inappropriate delegation of legislative authority, and if we think that a fee should exist, then we ought to pass a fee, and we ought to establish the amount here in the legislature. But this is one of the gimmicks that the legislature has found to get around the limitation under Prop 108. So hopefully we'll learn from this. Hopefully we'll understand that there's a reason that people put that limitation on us, and by going around, we simply delegate that authority, which is improper, and we have no control over it. So with that, I vote aye.
Thank you, sir. Senator Brophy McGee.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please.
Thank you. Every once in a while, I surprise myself by agreeing with Senator E. Farnsworth. But looking at what we went through last year to pass legislation that would properly fund the Department of Public Safety, I was operating the entire time under the assumption that it was going to be $18. I am here to tell you, and I've told the sponsor of the legislation, I've told everybody, $32 is too much. But what I'm not hearing in return for this heroic repeal, where we can go home to our constituents and be heroes and say, you know, we cut fees, we cut, is the continuing problem of the cost of governance. The unfunded mandates that we push down onto the counties, towns, cities, school district, local governance, and saying, you guys figure out how to pay for it. We want you to do this, but by the way, we're not going to fund it. I think $32 is too high, and I would suggest a combination of the $18 that we were told, in addition to the gas tax fee raise that Representative Campbell has proposed, is probably the answer here. In the absence of hearing a solution for how do we pay for DPS, how do we pay for HERF, and how do we govern in terms of the maintenance of infrastructure and roads, I am put in a position of voting no to the repeal. It repeals, but there is no solution for the original problem the original bill was intended to correct, and for that reason, I vote no.
Thank you. Members, the system is now closed. The Secretary will record the vote. By a vote of 24 ayes, 6 nays, 0 not voting, you have passed Senate Bill 1001.